This is Cantona, the ancient city that gives me a boner. Constructed around 600 BCE on top of a basaltic lava outcrop in Mexico. It was a defensive city. Access to the Acropolis in the center was only possible through 9 controlled entrances, like a guarded maze. It had up to 30 ball courts to play Ollamalitzli. Not familiar with the game? 2 teams, often opposing tribes, would take an 8-pound rubber ball and use their hips, thighs, and ass to bump it through a small stone circle high in the air. It was a serious game that started over 3,000 years ago by the Olmecs. Ball courts weren't just sports venues. They settled disputes, built alliances. They were ritual battlegrounds or social control tools like the Hunger Games. Often the losing team would be sacrificed. 1,300 ball courts are known across Mesoamerica. There were more ball courts than Carl's Jr.'s, for Christ's sake. Cantona having the most by an astonishing number. Most major cities only had 1 to 5. Cantona wasn't where the ball game was invented, but it may be where it was mostly intensely played, politicized, or weaponized. It may have also been a training ground, being a key trade corridor between the Gulf Coast and the central Mexican plateau, moving high-value goods and obsidian tools and weapons. At its peak, Cantona had nearly 100,000 people, living on over 3,200 acres of hardened lava in pueblos. That's the size of Lower Manhattan, or 2,400 soccer fields. Built entirely of stone, on lava, without wheeled transportation or pack animals, and no metal tools. Cantona was the spot for obsidian with over 350 official workshops for mining. Obsidian was used for tools and weapons, since it is sharper than any steel blade ever made. An obsidian edge is 3 nanometers, while a high-quality scalpel is 300 to 600 nanometers. It's 200 times sharper than steel at its finest edge. It's designed for cutting flesh, not carving stone or in construction. Obsidian did what gold can't. It kept people alive with surgeries, enabled war, rituals, and medicine. It helped with daily survival. Obsidian was closer to oil, steel, and surgical equipment combined than gold jewelry. While gold could decorate power, obsidian executed power. Political control equaled obsidian control. Teotihuacan controlled much of the obsidian monopoly until its fall in the 600s. That's when Cantona became a powerhouse, when access to obsidian was lost. In a world without metal, obsidian was the cutting edge of civilization. Cantona is where you combine a heavily guarded fortress city, protecting production of important resources of weapons and tools, but also enjoy games of death and sacrifice.